I didn't forget about you. They did not forget about me. We have been... Poor Seamus. You were out here all by yourself all day. All fucking day. And into the night. It's almost 7. It is 7 o'clock.
7. Missed 420. Then completely blew past 420.
It's been a good day. It's been a damn good day.
Eat 'em, Chico.
I got to talk with folks. Actually, a folk that really knew a lot of stuff about history, about his history, and our history, and everybody's history. And we have a friend in the Sioux tribe, I'll tell you that. So we exchanged numbers, which is something we rarely do, or anyone rarely does with me. Oh. He told me who to go see next. We can't see him until Monday, though.
Can't see these folks till Friday. But we've had other tribes to visit. Tell him, Chico. Tell him.
We sat and went over the storyboard and all kinds of stuff. He's in the middle of documenting and fixing to make a video about this situation. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm just sitting here for the first couple hours. I was like, wow.
Where'd Dave
really
take my dad? I know.
And then just kept going.
It did. And before I knew it, we had drank all the coffee in the place, and it was fucking 7 o'clock. And I looked at him and said, I should probably go cook for my kid.
I'm just looking at the time. I'm like, wow. I'm a bit more surprised that he's even in there.
I haven't had
him or something.
I haven't even had a cigar all day. None of that. Nothing. We just sat in and talked.
I was thinking that they fucking gave you like lunch or something. Because like I was like, there's no way he's in there. Still.
Hey, Shrimpy.
Tell him, Chico. Tell him.
You're doing really good.
How dare you?
Good to see you.
How dare you?
I just visited with the Cheyenne River Sioux.
What now?
God, that went well. For about 8 hours. I was in there with a meeting and everything. They had they were having board meeting and everything. So he locked the
I'm giving Chico love. He needs all his love.
little Fallen Series lead. Oh my God.
It's a bit dangerous, you know.
Bryce.
Especially if traffic circles are nearby.
Bryce was his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a veteran, and he's been in native politics for a long time. I got a lot of good answers, straight answers. I've wondered about stuff since we began.
In 200 feet, turn left onto South Willow Street.
About native tribes and the way they're governed and interacted with the federal
Take the next
government
left onto South Willow Street.
And there's a lot of limitations. I thought, they were having that, but I wasn't sure how it worked or anything,
Mm-hmm.
And I was given the political rundown and how it works to be a tribe.
Continue on South Willow Street for 1 mile.
And he's also confirmed for me that basically a lot of these native governments are extensions of the federal government. And we've got a hell of a task ahead of us to kill people's hate. But he I guess, about 2015, he said, they had basically the same exact message come out of their medicine wheel that I got. You know, one planet, one tribe, and we're fixing to turn over. And those that don't go one planet, one tribe are not going to be here. I was like, well, you know, that's what I got. So I started explaining Christ, everything we talk about for freaking hours. Oh my God. Hours and hours and hours and hours. Obviously, I mean, they came early. He came at what, 10? Something like that, right as the meeting was starting, banging on the door. Eric Briggs. I was like, oh shit. They've come to beat me up. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Yeah, I was taking a nap. He woke me up, banging on the door, getting all loud. I was like, oh shoot. And he came in the RV and was looking at the rocks for probably an hour, at least an hour in here. And he's like, can you come in here and work with me? And I was like, actually, yeah. It's kind of why I came, so we could commune and find common ground and see what we can do. And yeah, we drew up a storyboard. I'd never done a storyboard, and it was real interesting because it included a lot of their history. I got to learn from them. About the way things are structured in the Native American world.
Sparky says hi.
Hey, Sparky. That was obviously the most extensive conversation I've had with a native.
In 600 feet, turn right onto US 212 East.
It's the first time I've had any of them offer me
Take the next right onto US 212 East.
on how the politics of their inner workings work. And I've been kind of in the dark, of course, about all of that completely.
You can speculate.
I could speculate, and come to find out, a lot of my speculation is exactly what's going on. They've been infiltrated by the Catholic Church and the Jesuits, the Black Pope. He's all about the Black Pope.
Continue on US 212 East for 4 miles.
The Black Pope, he is all about knowing the Black Pope is a thing and all that shit. He's read the Jesuit Oath. He got curious too, and he read the Jesuit Oath. He's done his homework, and he didn't even know us. He knew his heart. He knew how to talk to Creator, and that was something we really sat and had a whole lot of great conversation about. I am
12 till 7.
but from 10 to 7, it was
10 to
more
7.
like a 9-hour ordeal of exchanging energy and ideas and messages. all I can say is freaking wow. My head is ready to explode right now. And he made sure I have his number. He's like, dude, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you.
Yes, he knows the channel too.
No.
Sparky says cheers.
Cheers, Sparky. No idea where I'm going right now. I'm looking for a place to park. I've just had a 9-hour meeting with folks, and it's been kind of tasking almost. To my energy is up and down, and say I'm feeling tired. I need a little time to decompress. I just walked out of the meeting. Just walked out of the meeting, and I'm still kind of reeling from the whole experience. Whew. Woo. We have a friend in the Sioux tribe that's working to the same goal, and he's been working for a while at it.
I'm sure you answered some of his questions.
A couple, yes. Yeah, we answered each other's questions. That was something I needed to have right there. Some of those questions answered. I needed to know that I'm not wrong about the way I feel about some of these tribes.
Sparky says you're going that way. You came from the other way.
Well, yeah. We're heading northeast. I'm heading to the next tribe. He told me who to talk to. I can't see them till Monday, though. So now we've got 2 full days to fucking do whatever, I guess. I just drive the bus. I'm not sure what's coming tomorrow or the next day. I know I'm going to be hunting down a fucking preacher on Sunday. Oh, wow. Goose bumps. Oh, wow. What a day. I didn't expect anything like that.
You were expecting the normal come and go. Give some information and leave.
Yeah, thank you for your information. Have a nice day. Don't let door hit you in the ass. Right? Nope. None of that.
Actual help and information.
He asked me, he says, where are you going? I said, well, I'm going to proliferate information that I have. So I'm probably heading north next. He had, a lot of the normal questions when you meet some.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Dakota 63 North.
That came out of nowhere and has desire to talk to your tribe out in the blue. You want to know who and where and what I was tied with. I'm like, Creator, and I have
Take the next left onto South Dakota 63 North.
Folks that have seen the same message and they are on board to unifying the world. We've got a magnet chain already going. I said, you feel like you're alone, but you're
Continue
not.
on South Dakota 63
I
north
have
for 30 miles.
7,000 folks that found me after they destroyed my channels. So people are looking for answers. It's just we've got the wrong voices speaking. But he's picking up the pace on his project he had going on because he thought we had till next year. Well, their prophecy said 2025. The information that came out to them, 2025 is the last year of humanity if we don't pull it together. Humanity won't be here for 2025, is what he was saying. I was like, well, I'll tell you this much, nukes are going to be dropping around October. So we're coming up on a clock that's been ticking for 14 years. And the black popes know exactly what time it is. And they're dancing to a fucking tune of fear of this situation. And the only way to cure it is to knock the fucking fear right out of them.
If they have the knowledge.
If they have the knowledge, they'll have the way to heal them fucking selves and us. They're the ones that fucking did this to us. They have the means to educate the fucking population on what they've done to us and how to fucking fix it.
We're looking for the good ending, where everyone goes home.
They're so afraid of us. They'd rather destroy everything.
They're so afraid of us, they'd rather go down with the ship.
Yep. The only reason they have fear for us because they forgot that they were us too.
They wanted to go down with the ship that they've been tearing apart themselves.
Yes.
I mean, who else puts all their information into one person just to have a chunk of that information forgotten forever?
Yep. Well, he's also agrees when the wisdom holder dies, so does the wisdom. One of the other messages they got along the timeline, one of the most important messages they got, no more secrets. Tell your people. Share the knowledge with the people. They need it. And I'm like, oh yeah, bro, that's what I've been screaming. These fucking people are holding. I told them about the OB and everything, what I've dealt with them, and how every time I think I'm taking something they lost back to them, they fucking bite me in the face. Tell me, yeah, white boy, we knew that.
How did you learn that?
How did you learn that? Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of tired of dealing with the fucking Hokie. Because of that.
He was open to you.
I went to them with an open fucking heart. Trying to share something I thought they had lost. And they're still keeping secrets from their people. That's what I told him. I said, you know, when I talked to Susan at their culture preservation office, he's like, oh. I was like, yeah. They are an extension of the U.S. government, aren't they? He's like, yes, they are. I knew it.
That's what everyone else says.
pretty enlightening for me. Finally, I got a little bit of information out of the fucking talk that I could use. I had a feeling a lot of the holes were going to be filled in by the people that came from the mist. And I got to tell you again, the Creator sent that to me. And I had doubts. But again, the information I've been receiving from Mother and Creator has always been perfectly right. But it's me that doubts it. I need to stop doing that shit. I'm not crazy. But I keep fighting with myself like I am.
You've been proven time and time again that you're correct.
It's the programming that
They implemented.
they... Yeah. Huh. Wow. Thank you, Bryce. About halfway through our conversation, I got the answers I needed in my heart to go confront Stewart in a manner unbecoming of me. I may seem rough around the edges.
So you got the answers you needed to go confront Stewart.
Yeah. In a
Civil manner.
combative manner.
Combative
Manner. Because I'm standing on right. And I know he's doing wrong. I don't suspect he's doing wrong. I fucking know it. That's why I needed to talk to Bryce. These people need to know. That's why we're going there.
So the next time you visit Seward, he's going to know that you're not going to hear you're fucking around.
I'm not going to be Mr. Polite White Boy that knows in the back of his head, I don't know shit about these people. Big difference in the way I feel about this.
Still feeling that we're going to be going to the Hopi? Yes.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I'm ready to go back to Second Mason now. We got about a dozen more tribes to see first.
Yep.
Let them know what's going on. And I'll go back second Mason to take care of his bike. He found his wheel. That was off. He's waving. I'm like, oh my God, I recognized him.
That was funny. What timing?
Yeah, look. Look. The walkways in between. I don't think Bryce knew at all there were people under our feet. But he made sense out of it.
Flashbird says hello.
Hey, Michael, how are you today? Welcome to the corner. We're just now leaving the Cherokee River Band Sioux tribe. We're heading north. There's another Sioux tribe up here. We're going to see it in North Dakota. Monday.
Interesting day then.
Yeah.
Eye opening.
Sorry, you should come knocking. I'm actually surprised you didn't. An hour or so.
I
That
knew,
was cool.
I knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah, he was a good guy, wasn't he? Yeah, man. I knew it was too, but I had no idea it was going to be that good.
He sat there and listened, putting puzzle pieces together.
Yep. I sat and listened to him put puzzle pieces together. And a lot of these elders should and get to hear what they have to say, but they don't really talk a lot.
And their intent.
This guy, he opened up.
For once. About all these drives.
Fucking cheers. Oh my God. Ah. And he likes Delta 9 gummy because he got that one thing that everybody got, except he didn't take the cure. He uses gummies. Told him I want to go out archaeology and with him every now and again. At least once. Well, I'm getting the feeling that Monday we talked to these guys. We're gonna have to go back down south anyways, because there's one down south and east of us. There's dozens. About 6 months, 6 hours. Yeah, it was really refreshing having a two-way conversation with a native that knew something. That was fucking awesome. Thank you.
The reception is iffy, and the wheel is on and off. It's a trippy.
Yeah, we're getting in the shit reception. Yes, ma'am. My signal has improved, so I'm hoping it sticks around.
Considering it went on for 7 hours plus, that was a hell of a conversation, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think either one of us wanted to stop talking.
It just ended up being a little too late.
Yeah, we were both hungry. Had to go see his woman. I had to feed my kids.
All day conversation.
Speaking of which, the oven's off, right?
Yes.
Thank you. And it was more like a 9-hour conversation.
I said 7 plus.
It was a full day, and then some.
TJ says connection's a little more solid now.
Yeah, we got better signal now. Yeah, that was a 9-hour day of just talking. I didn't even have a damn cigar in 9 hours.
That was how good the conversation was.
Yeah. It was a good enough conversation to override the
It's nice that it was a conversation
addiction
alone.
of fucking nicotine. I had no desire to go anywhere.
Interrupt the conversation.
Interrupt the conversation. That's right. We had a good long work hour, and it was great. It was funny. He kept talking about white people, what white people done, white people this, white people that, and I just looked at him and said, well, just in case you were wondering.
TJ says just back to nice bowl, about to join you.
Hey, cheers. I said, I'd like to tell you this. If you think I look white, you need to go ahead and dial 911, brother, because I'm pink. And I keep getting blamed for these white boys doing shit. He laughed. He's like, oh, fuck. So I say, you know what Creator, worries about? It ain't our skin color. So that's the last thing Creator gives a fuck about. The Creator likes our magnet. He likes to know what frequency you're operating at. That's the only thing that matters to Creator. It ain't your bloodline. It ain't who your daddy is. That's so. He's your daddy.
Depends when he's stepping in at this point.
Yep.
A little too long. And if it continues, everyone loses.
Well, it's perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he started this system with 3 suns. It takes 3 suns' energies to create DNA, and it also enables the reset. 3 suns singing the chord.
Creator give them all the time in the world to fucking straighten out.
Time and warning and all of that.
This is the final push. Dude,
This was the warning they wrote about. The warning that a bunch of love's going to happen. And they fear it. That's the crazy
they
thing.
hear because they don't understand it completely.
Yeah.
They clearly have the part of it that it's the end of all things outside the frequency. They're scared to go in the frequency.
Start you shaking, babe. And yeah, they also confirmed for me, yeah, the crops have been dying. And it's not just the corn now. It seems like every crop they plant dies, he said. He's like, the wheat didn't go out last year. I was like, yeah, that's the wheat started last year to go hermaphroditic. I've been telling. Wheat's going dead. Like the corn. It started last year with cows, big cows. That right there. Man. Anyway, yeah. Fucking. They've noticed. Huh. And I told him, I said, well, you do know. And all 3 of them in the room were like, oh, wow, that really makes sense, what you're saying there. And I was like, well, it makes sense because it's truth, and that's what you're not talking to you about.
He says, what's up tonight?
We're heading north. I ain't got nothing to do till Monday, except to go further north. Wait until they open their doors.
Get some gas for the generator if possible.
I'll probably hunt down a preacher on Sunday, but tonight, tomorrow, nothing.
Vigorous says hello.
Hey, Vigorous, how you doing, man? Just got out of a 9-hour-long little powwow with the Sioux tribe, man. It was fucking amazing.
Wait.
I had made an appointment for noon. We showed up at our 9 o'clock, and they were having a land meeting at 10. So I was instructed to park it and wait till noon. About 10 o'clock, big loud knock on the door. And It was Bryce. He brought me in. Well, he actually hung out with Seamus and I in the RV looking at the rocks for an hour and a half talking.
Figures says, learn anything new?
Yeah, I did. About 9 hours. He talked as much as I did. Yeah, bro. They got a medicine wheel message in 2015. Said humans will not be around by 2025 if we don't pull it together. The secrets are no longer to be withheld from the people. They need to be truthful with the people because they need the knowledge to help them through what's coming. They need to know how to be in the right frequency, let go of the fucking system, etc., etc. And yeah, he's been working on it, and I think we've had better luck, but that's okay. We're going up here to his comrades in arms. We're going to shake some water up here. He told me to talk to him.
DJ says, I gotta drive an hour to see a workers' comp doctor. Boo. Claudette Maspina says, good evening, Eric, and so happy I caught a lot.
Well, me too. We're live a lot.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto South Dakota 20 East, South Dakota 63 North.
I wasn't live today. I intended to go live about 11:30, right before our scheduled meeting, but the meeting was apparently moved up without my knowing.
Bigger says, yes, things should start picking up.
Take the next right onto South Dakota 20 East, South Dakota 63 North.
You know how I've always been saying I'm the wrong guy for the job. I'm a fucking white boy. The only thing about natives I know is what John Wayne taught me or whatever. You know, there might be a Cherokee tribe. I'm very unawares of the workings of a tribe.
Continue on County Road 3B for 3 miles.
I just had the opportunity to talk to this guy that shared the information I kind of needed to steel myself with Stuart and the Hopi, because I was unsure as to their motivations and etc. There's just all kinds of shit. I'm a fucking white boy messing with fucking natives, and I didn't feel comfortable. I don't know my surroundings, you know what I mean? And he filled me in on a lot of key points. And just to go long story short, Stuart's doing wrong, and he knows he's doing wrong, and he's going to get his fucking neck stepped on when I go back to Second fucking Mesa. Without hesitation. I'm going to be just as goddamn mean as I want to be.
Beautiful time of day.
I did need that. I agree. And Creator kept showing me I was going to get answers from the people from the mist. And I got some answers today.
That's only one of the people.
Yeah, well, I've been carrying in this vibration. I'm an outsider white boy that doesn't know anything, but I'm trying to help you understand something I thought you lost, and then come to find out you're hiding it as a secret from your own people, etc., and all that shit that has been happening over the years every time I contact the fucking Hopi. And Bryce was like, dude, that's not right. That's not right. They're keeping the fucking information. It shouldn't be kept. And I'm in the same heart with him. And I realized
Well, if he feels that way, then it's not wrong for me to feel that fucking way. I don't give a fuck at this point how Stewart feels or how the tribes feel, because I know at their core, they're doing exactly what they shouldn't be doing, intentionally doing it, knowingly doing wrong. In other words, selling out humanity for their own ass. And Bryce and I see eye to eye on that one. It needs to be ended. He wants to put together a band of warriors, go out and warriorize. I'm like, I'm out here being a love warrior, brother. I said, but the fucking pots fall, and it's all about wrenching out and breaking necks. I said, I'd rather see them go home and heal their planet. So would Mother, so would Creator. So we're going to try it this way first.
If so. If it really has to be.
Manipulated knowledge, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it leads to division and strife and confusion. And that is what's wrong with the fucking world. And we need to put an end to it. And those that have done it have the means to straighten it out. We got to give them the desire. And I do mean we. I can't do this alone. The next step of this is verifying I'm not alone. And that started with Bryce. He's been working towards the same goal for longer than I have. And he speaks the same language I do, straight out of the heart. He didn't hide anything from me. He didn't hesitate to give his 2 cents on everything I had to say. And it was what I've been hoping for a long time. Yeah, I get it. A lot of these people are, yeah, I can tell, like I said, when you make a connection for them. But none of them have wanted.
What? She said, where are you? I said, Fire Steel SD. San Diego?
Don't go there with her. I'm telling you right now, man.
I'm just saying.
If you tell her,
just said South Dakota.
South Dakota, and she asks you what state that's in. Just roll with it. She ain't gonna like to hear that it's a state. She did that with me with Colorado. She wanted to beat me up. She's like, what state's Colorado in? I'm like, oh, wait, it's a state. That was the answer I got back. I'm like, oh, wait, well, and I was much younger at that point, so I kind of didn't bite my tongue much. What the fuck you mean, You ask me a question, I give you the answer, and you say, And let me tell you a little something. Colorado's a goddamn state. I literally had to pull over the car that day and show her on the map Colorado was its own state. It was exciting. It was.
When do you think we could even get to Pennsylvania? Neither there. I don't think so.
After Flip, possibly. After we're on the Blue Sun, maybe. I don't know. I've got a little bit of important business going on. That trying to explain to your mother isn't going to work.
I know. That's kind of what I'm stuck on currently.
We've tried and tried and tried, and she keeps.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. Indian Affairs, BIA,
Mm-hmm.
the enemy of the Native American. I was confused on the matter. He kept talking about BIA, and I asked him, I was like, is that the Bureau of Indian Affairs? He's like, yes. I was like, okay. So I'm getting the gist that they're not a conglomeration of tribes. They're the federal government. He's like, yes. That is exactly who they are. And I was like, oh, okay. So I told him, I'm clueless, bro. I just know I got a message and I'm out giving it. I don't know anything about your culture. I don't know anything about the Hopi's culture. I don't know anything about the makeup of tribes. I don't know anything. I'm just going and knocking on doors and sharing information. He goes, it takes some balls, boy.
Window.
Huh?
Window.
Yeah. So he started helping me out. I had questions. I was like, well, I feel a certain way about the Hopi, and I went into it, like I said. And I told him the first time I talked to Susan, she told me, or she asked me, she's like, where do you get that information? We don't even share that with our own people. And instantly, man, he was alive with, I was like, oh, okay, so you feel the same way I do. How dare they? I felt really empowered by today's conversation. I'm not wrong about the way I feel about these people. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I can deal with that. Because, you know me, I've been sitting here wondering, am I fucking insane for fucking 6 fucking years since I started reading goddamn hieroglyphs? My life got weird. I need to have answers before I can confirm my own perspective on this. I need information, you know what I mean? I don't want to go on a informed decision on bad information. Yeah, control knowledge and control the people. And see, I felt dirty and sorry for the Hopi that tote around them spirit dolls, because it's a lie. Their whole culture's a lie. They're guard dogs sitting on a fucking power generator. That's the reality of their situation. Well, yeah, yeah. Ours is a lie. The Jesuits are a lie. The Buddhists are a lie. The all yes, sir. Yep. A mixing of truth and lie to fucking divide us. Half truths here and half truths there to divide and conquer us. That's what they use all this bad information for. Yes, sir. I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, that's something he agrees on too. It's an absolution. Absolutely, everybody has been manipulated and lied to.
Including the ones that have been lying.
Including the ones who have been doing the manipulating and lying. Yes, they were manipulated and lied to too. Many, many generations before they came here.
They confused themselves and confused us in the process.
Obviously, they're confused or they wouldn't be
Do
here.
this.
They wouldn't be here. They
What?
just simply wouldn't be
They'd
here.
be
They
on their
would
planet.
be on their own
And
planet.
their planet wouldn't be in ruins.
That they fucking exactly destroyed. Now they've come here to do it to ours. Yeah, I'm honestly, since I turned the key, I have been fighting going back to Second Mesa tonight. I know it's not that time. But I got the answers I wanted. I got a confirmation or two that I needed, that I'm not wrong. And I'm ready. But Crater ain't. We need to go north. Get even colder. It's not time. Damn straight. See, that's fucked up.
You know you gotta go back, but it's not just yet.
Not just yet.
Not just yet. You need a bit more.
There's something else.
You need to
before we
inform
go.
these guys over here. Don't forget them while you're here. And you might pick up a thing or two that you need else.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're going north instead of south.
Back to Second Mesa.
It will be
Yeah, we'll be back.
in perfect timing.
Soon.
Actually, I'm convinced. Crater's got a good clock. I don't. Mine's broken. I don't know what time it is ever. Oh, I just talked for 9 hours with the wisdom holder, and I couldn't even tell you where the time went. I looked and I almost fell down, but I was already sitting. I was like, "Oh my god, it's 6:30." He's like, "Yeah, I think we drank all the coffee in the building." There is a window. I know I need to sleep on what I just did today to digest it all.
That's what I've been thinking. I was like, you haven't even slept yet and you're excited.
My head feels like it's just full of stuff right now. I don't even know where to begin. So we're on the right track. That's for damn sure. Hey, sick. But yeah, they've got a prophecy that's coming true too. They were given by their medicine wheel. I'm not in full understanding of it. I need to see it. I've seen it, but I don't see it. I don't get the process of their medicine wheel. I've seen it, but I don't get it yet. But they got the message that I got from Mom. It's stewards awake. All truths must be known. No division. And time is short. Yeah, absolutely vigorous. Yes. I'm sitting here with all this information I've gleaned over the last few years that you also share with me, and I don't know what to do with it. All I can think of is I need to go beat somebody's ass. And that's not the right way to do this. I want to grab a big wrench, just fucking club in some heads. It's out of control. But that's not the way to do this. That comes later.
You get to do that later, but for now.
Yeah, we'll hope we don't get to do that later.
Mm-hmm.
It has been one hell of a beautiful day, and it's a pretty time of day now. I did. I did. Silly me. I looked at the rocks too. Fuck. Glenn told me not to. So just don't look at the rocks, man. Yeah, we're all one tribe on this planet. And that's not my fight. It's not your fight. All we have to concentrate on is being calm and being the magnets that we are.
What?
Creator works in our hearts. He works in their hearts too. The information needs to be known. The madness can stop. It's out of ignorance. We have mayhem. Yeah, vigorous. I agree. I would have never believed what I drove through if I hadn't seen it in Arizona in small form first. And now I'm seeing it in small form, and I'm recognizing it as just like what we walked through in Arizona. And I've been looking at it in big form for fucking states now, repeating itself. And it took the drive up to Second Mesa to understand fully these fucking Hopi are living on a city. And I confronted them. Yeah, we're living on a city. That's why we go into the canyon to meet people.
I didn't say that.
I'm like, well, fucking.
We had to puzzle piece that together.
Yeah, I had to leave. I was just like, I need to get the fuck away from here before I go violent on these fucking people. Are you kidding me?
Just withholding secrets like that. And they know about it.
Yeah. And I didn't think it was right. And then Bryce told me it's okay to feel that way about it because it's fucking not right. I'm like, all right, cool because I mean, in white boy world, that's not right. I wasn't sure how y'all feel about that shit. He's like, there can be no secrets in these times. I was like, okay, I got you. I'm with you. Let's do this. Hey, guy, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. We're on the same page. And it's funny, their medicine wheel is somehow telling them the same thing Mother told me. One planet, one tribe, no secrets. How you doing, Cosmic? I know, Vigors. I know. I don't know their traditions. Well, I just left a 9-hour powwow meeting with the Sioux tribe. And it was amazing. I learned that we are uh, definitely not alone in this. Yeah, Vigorous. I think so. I was unsure again because I didn't know the culture. I still really don't know the culture, but I have a couple of answers that I didn't have. Yes, a lot of good progress. And I got information I feel I needed that I actually came looking for and hoping that they would fill the holes that I had about native culture. I've seen 250 tribes and I get reactions from them from the information I give, but nobody ever talks back to me about damn near anything until today. I think I got the whole gist of it. I just haven't digested it yet. I got a lot of answers I was looking for, though. See, you know, okay, let's go there. You know, Dawn, she hates me because she confided in me the marriage ceremony for her tribe, and I compared it with the planting of the royal seed in England, with the lopping of the heads and shit. And boy, she has hated me since that day. And I'm unsure really why, except that it can't be just because I wouldn't be her boyfriend. You know what I mean? It's been years and years her following me around sweetly making fucking horrible because I'm truthful. And I was in the back of my head every time I walk into any of these tribes, I feel someone's gonna fucking hate me. And I don't know their culture enough to be doing this. I've always felt really awkward about it, and I'm almost surprised every time I have a good meeting with them. And I'm really glad this guy talked to me today. I really am, because they've have hearts too. They feel the same way I do, and you. And it's their culture. Some of the tribes obviously don't work the way others do. And Bryce here was just as repulsed about the practice of keeping it from your own people as I was. And that almost surprised me because no one's ever said that to me. They just give me looks. And I don't know, if they're not making a connection of something that means something to them, they give me a look, and what am I supposed to do with that? I don't fucking know. They're looking at me like stupid white boy. I don't, without words, I don't know. I never looked into the native traditions or anything, so I was under the impression from interacting with Dawn that they don't think the same way I do. And just this last couple of years, year and a half, nothing has changed my mind about that until today. No, I haven't heard from Shunka since yesterday. And I mean, it probably has a big thing to do with the fact that I have not been online all day. I intended, because like I said, I rolled up there. We were there at 8:30. I let them know we were there for our 9 o'clock, and he told me to come back at noon. And I was like, "Well, do you mind if I park over here?" And he told me where to go park. And next thing I know, they're knocking at the door, wanting to come in. It took me by surprise, and I didn't have time to start a feed. And we sat there and went over the pictures and raw mat and the flour matrix, the ingredients, everything. Um, Here in the RV, and then he asked me, "Well, would you be willing to do a storyboard with me, and let's go work on a storyboard and put some things together?" And he sat there and he started going down history. He knows about Ghent. He knows about 1871. He's really, really smart guy, man. Fucking blew my mind. Yeah, we need to have this conversation globally. It would render their plan a moot point if we all came together and decided to just stop. We're the ones that make their plans go. We do horrible things to each other and have for a very long time over the whole fucking world. Each and every race of people have been beat down by another at the whim of a few. To this day. And we need to stop. I have a feeling a good way to get that to stop might be knocking on the door of Second Mason, talking to the people who pull the strings of the Vatican Crown DC Corporation, dispelling their fear and getting their asses back to planet heaven and making something good of it would be a good start. Because they couldn't even start it without fixing what they did here. You gotta shine your soul and clean up your mess. No, but we talked about smudging. He gave me coffee. We talked about medicines, natural and pharmaceutical. We talked about a lot of things that would have gotten this channel banned. And we talked about smudging. Oh, wow. Here comes a party. Wonder where he's going. But no, he was talking about when his dad died a couple years ago. And a year-long process that their ancient traditions, you know, of when somebody dies to tie them in and stand with and everything to do with their spirit because it's still here. And smudging was part of it. I'm not sure if they sweat lodge or not. I really don't know. I didn't ask that. I know the Hopi do. Well, sweat lodge. I'd like saunas. I could just sit around in the sauna all day. Sweat. I'm into it. I'm good with that. What's up, dog? How you doing, Chiquito? Oh. I missed you too, Chico. I missed you too. Come on. I missed you too. Kisses. Kisses. He's such a good boy. did you miss me? He can't get enough. He's like, dude, where the fuck were you today?
What happened to you?
What the hell, man?
You vanished.
Oh, he was freaking out when I came back. I haven't been gone that long ever in his life.
What the fuck,
He's
dude?
like, what the fuck, dude? Where
Where
did
the
you
fuck
go?
did you go?
Poor Chico. He's so confused. Yeah, I told him, like I've told others, I am just a messenger. I'm not even allowed to eat dinner with you. I said I really felt bad about that donut that I ate. He laughed. He's like, man, you're good, dude. It's Chico acts like it was 2 weeks. That's funny. Yeah, I ate a blue donut while I was in there, and I got about 2 bites into the half
What?
of it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to eat with these people." And then I got the "it's okay" feeling. I was like, "It's okay. It's a fucking donut. You're hungry. Eat a fucking donut." And then yeah, we were talking about it because he noticed it was a thing. I was like, yeah, I've been told I am just a messenger. I'm not to be your friend, and I can't even eat dinner with you. I just need to get the information out to the tribes. And he was like, it's pretty noble. And you want to know who all we talked to? I've told him we've been all around, and we kind of stuck on the Hopi. He's familiar with them too, and he wants to go down. He said the same thing everybody else has said. You're talking to the wrong wisdom holders. You're talking to the U.S. government. I'm like, yeah, that's what I got in the picture. He said, those people down there are not your friends. So I said, no, they're not.
From the government, we're here to help.
Not that all of them are bad, just those people in that office ain't so great. Especially if they're going on the practice of keeping shit from their own tribe. Susan, shame on you. Texas hospital. What? Are you in the hospital? Poor Chico was without me for 2 whole weeks. that's that's a time discrepancy. Yeah, I've been going about this with human decency, understanding people have their own bubble and beliefs. I've been trying to respect them, and yeah, it's made clear to me that the fucking the way of the Hopi is not a good way. It isn't a good way. It isn't a traditional way. It's not okay. None of it. They do, Jenny. Oh, yeah, Patches, Seamus, and Chico all in the parking lot. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah. Okay. God, that must have been like months for Chico. I taught him that today. Uh, to shake your lungs. He's got the long COVID too. I think he got the same strain I got. Yeah, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, almost to the day. What are you doing, Chico? What are you doing? He's looking at me like, oh, I'm caught. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chico? Look at him. He's like, oh, I've been caught. Don't look at me. Don't judge me. What are you doing? He's making sweet love to that blanket. Like, hot his ass. He's a good little dog. He's a good boy. He got little waggy tails. He's a good boy, Chico. He's so cute. Are you getting the sniffs, huh? Seen where I've been? Crazy little animal. What? As time flew by when I wasn't online, huh? I was sick for 2 weeks. Fucking time flies. Yeah, the first week they were just trying to get me to breathe. And then the second week they were trying to get my oxygen levels up. Every time I'd stand up, I'd get dizzy because my oxygen levels were, I was breathing, but it wasn't working. I started vibrating my lungs and coughing, and that worked. Yeah, Patches wasn't happy. I'm sure she wasn't. Oh, damn. Yeah, poor girl. That surprised me today, the way Chico acted when I walked in the door. Acted like I hadn't been home for a month. He's like, dude, so happy to see me. I was like, oh, well, hi, Chico. He's still kind of running around, trying to get in his own skin. So we're still 2 hours away, but we're 2 days from seeing these people up north. I can't think of the name of the tribe. It's a Sioux tribe, though. Like I said, he knows these all the folks that we've already seen, and he told me who I should be talking to up there. The lady he wanted me to talk to is a 9-year Air Force vet. I was like, well, I would probably enjoy talking to her too. I think he said she's the chairman. That's the title she has. I think this is where we're going to spend the night. What do you think, kid? You feel all right? I feel all right. It's one of those roadside things. Yeah. Yeah, Lily, it was. And that's an understatement. It was really a good meeting. I was really happy he wanted to talk rather than just listen. He wanted to share. He wanted to talk with me, let me know what he knows. I've never had any single tribe ever reciprocate like that and actually have a conversation, a meaningful conversation about it and how they feel and how their traditions are. I had never had anybody fill in those puzzle blanks for me until today. I've been going on assumptions and trying not to assume anything. I got a lot of confirmations today. I think I needed in my heart to. I had questions about their traditions. I needed to know. And we discussed every aspect of everything we talked about. I mean, we discussed it. We didn't.
He has
Just
stuff to say
Yeah,
about it.
it was such a not one-way conversation. It was great. So I got to go off of these folks' reactions most of the time. And you know, I mean, you can't hide an actual reaction like that to something that you're clicking away in your head. It you know, I mean, I've seen people's eyes when their fucking mind's blown. I know what that looks like. When they actually hear something that makes sense out of something they've been told their whole lives and they didn't understand. And I know that look and the reaction from it. And sometimes you get a good reaction and sometimes you get a bad reaction to the head, you know, and stuff like that. Well, he was all about it. He wanted to know. He had questions and shit, you know, that well a lot of the tribes, a lot of their questions is who are you with? He asked the same question. You know, what except he asked it in a different way. He says, so what are you doing? What are you out here doing? And I told him, you know. So well, I got my voice taken from me and I decided that you had a bigger voice than I do. And I've done that. And like, well, we need more warriors. And that's when he started talking about what he's been doing and getting these council and just all kinds of quagmire bullshit with politics he's been dealing with. And I'm like, wow, that confirms it. These motherfuckers, man. And it's the Jesuits. He's in the same boat, man. Their fingers are in everything and it sucks. I'm like, well, yeah, I know. I need to talk to Yahweh. And he is definitely convinced that it is Yahweh too, the turtle god. I think his big mistake over the years has been trying to do it with the system.
The system's against that.
Well, I
to do this.
tried the same thing. And I was under the impression that I was making good strides and changing things in the system and trying to fix it.
There's no fixing
only to realize that it was actually designed that way and there wasn't a damn thing about the system that was broken. All the good I did was just face plating, basically. In the big picture, none of it matters.
Distraction.
It's a distraction. Yes. From what's really going on. Well, any of the brilliance that shines through his creator. Though it did help him, and yeah, he was he was aware of most of it. Yeah, that's the point we came to in agreement. Exactly. It's not my brilliance. It's creator's plan, and he kind of he gave it to me in a manner of Like
He morphed you.
I got it like it or not. I stepped right into it. You know what I mean? I found out I had a magnet and jumped right onto Mom's back. I went in looking for a fight and I didn't even know it. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit. It was. No, I don't want to whoop your ass tonight. Half the fight would be finding out what piece I am. My eyes don't work in the dark too well anymore. I used to have cat's eyes. But well, you know what the dark does to me. I can't even read. I need good light.
It's your fault, Chico.
At least I can read clear now.
Mm-hmm.
I just need good light.
It's your fault, Chico.
I used to have to hand Seamus everything for a while there.
For a little bit.
Colorado.
And then suddenly you experimented.
It got real bad. Daddy couldn't see. I was thinking all kinds of horrible things.
And then you went
like retiring and shit. Like I can't blow glass no more. I can't see a fucking thing. But yeah, that's Mom took care of that.
Started experimenting and then you got hit.
Yeah. Now I can see. She wiped my eyes clean. Hey. Welcome back to the corner, is it, Pat? Someone had to do it. Yes, sir. I think I was able to comfort him in a lesson I learned. It's not ours to stop. Most life on this planet needs to be going back to Creator because these fucking assholes have been recycling souls and harming them.
Some people just won't be able to see it. Stay ignorant. And then you go back.
They need to go back to Creator. And that part is where it gets ugly on the magnet. Over here, we get to
see that happen.
Feel the pain of being left behind by our loved ones. That's not a picnic. That's not fun. That's not okay. It sucks. It's part of life, but it's fixing to happen in mass.
That won't be true.
And, you sat here and watched me get sick over fucking stressing on trying to get the people to know about what I can't talk about even here. And it came to me, it's not mine to change. Because he's been trying to make sure more than just a few humans are left. And so have I. Too long. It's not mine to make that decision.
Some do just have to go. They've been being recycled for too long.
Churros. Hi, Nick. I like churros. Seamus says he likes churros too. Delicious, warm, fucking cinnamon sticky things with sugar everywhere. I just wolfed down a couple of pizza bites. I've been in a 9-hour meeting with the Sioux tribe today. And it was mostly with just Bryce, but there were a few others in there while we were meeting here and there all throughout the day.
Mostly Bryce.
But mostly it was just me and him really having a good conversation. Good night, Lily. Yeah, it's getting late, isn't it? I mean,
You talked till
I'm tired. I'm
7.
ready to. Yeah, God, it's 9:30. Shit.
You talked till 7.
We didn't. I know we didn't even come out of the building until after 7 tonight. And then Bryce called Seamus. Was talking to him for a few minutes. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I got your dad right here." Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
I forget. Oh, you wanted to hit this? I'm sorry.
Granddaddy. Right there.
I forgot you smoke pot. I suppose you can hit that. You haven't done anything with that all day? It's icky. Chico be drinking that.
What are you doing?
Fucking kid come around me like, "Bad Daddy." I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. You do smoke pot." Torque again. Hang on, let me take another hit. It's been a day, man. I'm not responsible for my actions. Oh, he was open to it. He was walking parallel. We discussed every aspect of it. In 9 hours, bro.
9-hour conversation's a pretty big fucking conversation.
Yeah, he told me about the prophecy they got in 2015, and the word they got out of their medicine wheel was no more secrets. The Earth's coming to an end. Event with, and humans have till 2025 to straighten the fuck out with January. And I was like, well, I went into what we know. I mean, it's the 14th year on our side, and it's everything that he told me correlates with what I was told from Earth. She told me. They got theirs from the medicine wheel. I'm not sure how that works at all. He showed me, but he didn't go into the details of how they got that information out of their wheel. A little bit, but it was way over my head. I need to look at it and see it in action before I could understand it the way he was explaining it. So he tried. I'm just a dumb white boy. But I did get the gist of what they got from it. And it's, man, it's exactly what I got. Uh, one planet, one tribe, all colors need to combine and come together. And we need to do this in a very short manner. And he's like, how do we do this? How do we do that? I was like, I've been fucking wrestling with that. I moved out of my house into an RV. I'm traveling around seeing people like you that can talk to their people better than I can. He's like, well, that's a damn good fucking way to do it, I guess. But we need to get around the world. I said, well, I have some folks around the world too that watch, the YouTube. So we're about 7,000 strong over here. I said, and in reality, out of the 7,000, there's probably about 500 or 600 that actually get it, and the others are working on it. We're making progress, and we learn together because this is all such new stuff to, the white boy like myself. I need help. But that's the thing, and then we went into the branches of truth and religion for the division and all that stuff, and how some of it has truth and but it's all mixed with confusion and everything, and it's done on purpose and everything. So we went into that conversation, and man, there's 9 hours of that. 9 hours of like talking with somebody with the same mindset and knowledge that I had. It was fucking amazing. It really, 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 really. Oh wow! and on top of it, he went down with the hierarchies and how his tribe works and the government and how they work and the different organizations. I had wondered, is that native? Like the Bureau of Indian Affairs. I was on the fence on that one. I'm like, well, is that a native conglomeration or is that federal watching over? Well, it's federal watching over, basically controlling the tribes. And it's very, it's the corporation. And we went into Jesuits. He's read the oath. He's not a big fan of the fucking black popes and all that. I mean, like, really, we walked hand in hand in a conversation for 9 hours, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I think he did too, or we wouldn't have been sitting there talking for 9 hours. So he filled me in and made me feel a little bit better about the way I feel about Stewart and the Hopi, because he feels the same way. He was really upset about, when I had read the hieroglyph. I had called up and got a hold of Susan, and she was very surprised. And she said, we don't even tell our own people that. Where did you get that information? And he was like, that's not right. And I was like, yeah, I know. I feel that way. I said, I don't know. He says, that's not right. Okay. I didn't think it was right either. Why would they make their whole fucking culture a lie, man? It's not right. And then he went into their prophecy that they just got in 2015 from their wheel about the truth needs to be told. There's no more secrets to be held, no more wisdom to be held. Share it with the people. They need it for the time to come. And I was like, dude, me and you, man, side by side on this. And I'm like, okay. And in my heart, I'm sitting it like concrete. I'm going to go step on a neck I'm not going to be nice next time I roll into Hopi. I'm not going to be timid little white boy. I'm going to be pissed. And Stuart's going to fucking know it from moment one. I've got a few things to talk to him out of my heart, and I didn't know if it was okay. I needed to know. And it's okay. It's okay for me to be outraged at what's going on over in Second Mesa. So I feel a lot better about what's coming next. I think we have some tribal backings. At this point. And he's got people. He knows people. He very well, I don't know. I don't even want to say it. We may correlate some stuff and work together. I mean, he was adamant about me having his phone number and him having mine. Yeah. Yeah, Nick. It's been one of those days, man. Absolutely. It's been a very good day. Yeah, I think that's part of why I have to go through this next dozen tribes before I turn around and go down south and beat up Stewart. I need to process it. I agree. I think we should all sit on this. Um, it's not just us. We do have tribes that feel the same way we do. I'm sure we have more. It's just the same fear. Controlling them that controls the rest of the world. But I just met a brave warrior for truth. In the last few days, since we hit Sioux territory, all of these tribes, and including the Jesuit run museum, have all been really good meetings. Now, the guy that I spoke to, was it yesterday down at the museum, he was a white boy, but he was the curator of the museum and he works with the wisdom holders of different tribes out there. And he had information, like we talked about. And, but I didn't get a lot of culture information from him. I know I just saw a mouse. Look, it's right there. We just been infiltrated by a mouse. He's in my dashboard. He's cute as fuck. He's cute as fuck. He come over here and he's sitting there looking at me like, oh shit. And he ran over there and then he jumped up into the dashboard. Little motherfucker. Don't let me hear you chewing on something. I will eat you. I know, Shrimpy. I know that. David Swallow. I might have seen the guy. The name sounds familiar to me. He's not going along with the whole confirmation. I'm not sure what that means. I guess he's not going with the confirmation. Or what? Let me read that again. Not going along with the whole confirmation. Like, well, yeah, I ain't either. I ain't going along with much of anything at the moment. So what creators drives me to go fucking they have really got us rattled, divided. And it seems like a daunting task, but it's really should be the easiest fucking thing humanity's ever tried is get along. Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I was getting off of Bryce today. A lot of people have been disconnected from well what we are, and uh, the native aggression by the Catholic Church, as I've always often said, they didn't want to kill the people; they wanted to kill the knowledge, and that's exactly what they've done. And he knows that. And generationally, his parents knew more of it, and the children below him no less. So, yeah, it's kind of like us. They hide us from ourselves in all corners of the world. But yeah, probably he's been talking to Bryce. Bryce got him all pumped up. It was no truth. It really, man, I didn't pull anything out of my political hat that the man didn't know already. I loved it. He knew about the treaties and all the pacts and everything like that.
He's done his research.
Yeah, he had done his. And one of the first words he said, you just got to do your homework. And I'm like, oh fuck, I like this guy right off the bat, man.
Just gotta do your homework.
Like, dude, really? You just come in here talking about people that don't do homework and shit. I'm like, oh man. Woo! I could tell it was going to be a good conversation at that point. That was early on in it. Because he came out to the RV banging on the door at 10 o'clock in the morning when he was supposed to be in there in his land meeting. He's like, fuck that. Let's go talk to the white boy. I'm like, uh-oh. Who the fuck is banging on the door? Like, I thought I was getting rousted, you know? Honestly, I kind of, I think, just drifted off to sleep. I was going to take a nap. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, oh, shit. I got up. There he was. He come on in. Looked at the rocks and was like, wow, okay, can you come in and do a storyboard with me? It's like, okay. I had no clue what he meant. And I am so glad I went, because basically his storyboard is laying down his history on paper and then combining the messages and everything that we've got, and they're the same. So where is that coming from?
Chico.
Chico, you leave my little mouse alone, dude. He didn't even see the guy come in. How in the hell did it get in the house?
I'm interested in that too. Maybe from up there, maybe.
No, he came from back here.
Back here?
Yeah. He came up through here and sat right there and looked at me. And then shot around the other side of the chair. And I was like, oh, that was a face under the chair right there looking at me. It didn't just move. That wasn't a piece of paper or something that it just randomly moved. That was something
It
there
just ran away.
with a face. And then I saw him stretched over Chico's blanket there. He was cute as fuck. I was like, oh, little fucker, where you going? And he jumped up into my dash, and I was like, oh, I may have to kill you. Little fucker, stay away from my wires. Oh, man.
Nibble, nibble.
Yeah.
Suddenly the phone stops charging.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
I'll eat a fucking mouse. Better stay off of my wires in there, dude. I'm telling you. You be walking, motherfucker. Throw them out the window. Damn it. You're cute and all, but I'm not gonna have you chewing on my shit. See, I haven't heard him moving around anymore either. He might have run out. So I was hearing his every move. Well, I've got good ears. He ain't moving no more. He hasn't moved since he got up in the dash. But the last movements I heard were almost like a scurrying. He was trying to get out of the hole or something. I don't know. Maybe he came in one of the vent holes or something.
Acrobatic mouse.
Huh. Yeah, That's going to be an exciting day. That's just going to be a day. I talked to him about, reversal because he was going on about how the poles are moving. And I set him straight on that. I was like, oh no, no, no. Here, let's go over that. Polar vortex. Stronger every year, bigger every year. Funny how your compass points a little bit more to it every year. I said, Mama's magnet's fine. It's actually the polarity of the sun that we're on that dictates our spin and the orientation in space. It has very little to do with mother's magnet. Mom's magnet remains stable always. She may flip poles, but that is due to the sun that we're on being an opposing polarity sun. So we're probably going to change orientation and spin. And at that point, gravity's going to switch because it's not gravity, it's electrostatic attraction. And people with a balled up field line are going to be falling off of the planet about the speed of gravity. And he looks at me and says, you can tell, again, that boom started clicking into some things he had heard about, the time when the brothers flew off the planet when we came back around off of the blue sun because we had flipped polarity. And that story is in their legends. And he made sense of it. He had 66, he's pretty educated on stuff. So it wasn't hard to explain. Gone like the snap of Thanos' finger. Thanos. That is Guardians of the Galaxy, right? With the yeah, we talked about that too, and Derek Bros, and how weird people show up in your life when you start tapping on secrets. Avengers Infinity War. Yeah, well, Thanos was a character from uh, Guardians of the Galaxy. They combined, yeah, they combined the Guardians with the Avengers in that movie. I like them myself. I thought the first one was great, and I liked the Avenger one. It was pretty good too. Really. poopy. Where the fuck's my weed? The big bag of weed.
Where'd you put it?
I could have swore I put it in the sock drawer. Maybe I didn't. What the hell did I do? I know what I did. Never mind. It's musical sock drawer. Daddy thought he'd simplify shit and fucking made it all complicated, didn't he? Wait, you got some new news? Fuck. I'm going to bring up a bowl of hood cookies. This shit is like mama's nectar. What did you do all day?
Sit there, keep walking, Chico, keep lighting the fridge and playing Pokemon.
Wondered where the fuck Dad went.
Sat there, just looking how fucking long he's taking.
I'll bet you was a little bit upset with me, wasn't you? I didn't even come out for a smoke break or nothing, man.
Not a sandwich.
And not a sandwich, nothing. We just sat there and talked. We talked while they had meetings around us and all kinds of shit. It was great. We had a good conversation. Everything belongs in the sock drawer. I always wear 2 pairs of socks. Actually, just 1 pair, but they never match. If I can help it. It's healthy. Yeah, I very rarely match my socks. I get the whole explosion of the universe of colors. It's awesome. My sock drawer looks much the same, I'm sure. I've got the No Problema socks. They're red. Actually, they're kind of pink. And then I got my bitch socks, my crafty bitch. And I got my fish socks. And I got my I got a bunch of different fish socks. You know, like fish socks. Matter of fact, I got my rainbow. I don't like matching. one foot feels one way, another foot feels another. Oh yeah, that's it makes the story all better now that you know that I have on mismatched socks when I'm walking up to everybody talking about the confounded moon, right? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Hey,
Oh shit. You know, at the very least, those people gotta hang out and be like, all right, wait a minute. Let's see what this freak has to say. Oh God. Oh, oh. Yeah, the whole picture, man. Oh shit. Life is good, Nick. You need to live it as fucking well as you can. I'll tell you, I like wearing 2 pairs of socks because it lets people know you just ain't taking their conformist bullshit. Right off the bat, I ain't even gotta tell them. They'd be like, "Oh man."
look at this crazy guy coming up.
Yeah, we got on the subject of prophecy. Mm, I don't. I try my darndest not to read too much prophecy anymore. I told him, so the shit just got creepy when I started reading it. I didn't like it. I done debunked all the fucking Jesuit shit and half of these people shit and half those people shit, and then fucking come into the stupid Hopi. That's all of a sudden. I mean, they call it the fifth world. They say they've seen this 4 times. I say, how can you call that prophecy? I know how now. I actually read the fucking stupid thing. Not all of it, of course. Like
You don't want spoilers.
I was like, wait a minute. No, we're going to stop right fucking here.
It's already creepy.
I ain't
now.
reading no more goddamn Hopi prophecy. Fuck it. It's real. It came out of their fucking dreams, and I have no other way to explain that. But Creator gave them every goddamn chance you could imagine in the world. He sent a bumbling oaf to the world so they could shiningly see. He wasn't kidding. Creator wasn't kidding. He said, this is going to happen. This is going to happen, man. I accepted it. These motherfuckers need to accept it and get on and heal their planet. Damn it. Just where I'm at on it. If it came out of their hearts in fear and they wrote it down centuries ago, and the motherfuckers better recognize because they're fixing to slip up. Nick says he's growing out his antennae. Going long hair, freaky hippie on him, huh? It happens to the best of us. Say, don't let the fuzz fool you. I used to advise a senator every now and again. I'll tell you the state of affairs on Capitol Hill, motherfuckers. I was advising them. Oh, no. No fucking wonder, huh? You know what? I do not have to be up early tomorrow. That's God. I intend to sleep in. You have yourself a good night, Figures. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, Nick, they tell us that we was dumbasses with a fucking 30% bigger cranium too, and we believe it. Traditionally, the Vatican has made us look upon each other as less than human throughout history to make us feel good about beating each other up. We need to stop. To find any reason to make you hate your neighbor. Like, they might use the wrong bathroom. Oh, shit. They might love the wrong person. Anything they can dig at us. Money, religion, top, skin color. Third. Money. That's a big divider. And then what they do after is worse. It's even worse. Yeah. Well, they're they're playing out the script, Nick. It just takes a couple months to get to the point they're going to drop nukes, I guess. But they are playing out that script. They're ain't nobody trying to de-escalate Dick. Basically, everything's fixing a powder keg up. And again, it's coming from exactly a very few people. The Crown Vatican, the DC corporation marches as it's told by the masters that live under fucking Mesa #2 in Jessica's backyard. What the fuck do you want?
G-Girl.
Oh, yeah, you smoke pot. God dang it. It was just raining. I thought we had clear skies. It was literally just raining. Second night of the full moon. I have not seen it yet. We've been under cloud cover for all night last night, and yeah, I haven't seen the moon at all in the last couple of days. Well, the moon cycle's completely fucked. He and I talked about that too. The pattern of nature. And how Kingu isn't really nature. He was drugged here. Now we're on our side.
The moon's doing flips.
The moon's been doing odd things, bouncing around in its orbit
Orion's
for a while. But like I said, Kingu ain't coming with us. And the fact that we're having multiple day full moons is telling me, yeah, now its orbit has begun to change too. We're real fucking close to getting the fuck off of the sun. and it's evident in just exactly what you're noticing. Differences in the orbit of the moon now. Not just doing the cartwheel, the actual orbit itself is being changed. a lot of people been talking about for years about how the moon rose over here and then it rose over here and now it's over here. Well, it's been going around us in its normal orbit. And every day we see it in a 12 to 15 degree different position of rise point than it has been the day before. Off to the left, off to the left, off to the left, because that's the way it fucking orbits. And we've never seen that before because we usually spin around to the moon in the same direction it orbits. Well, we've turned onto our side, and that effect doesn't happen anymore. You don't stay on the moon is only supposed to change 23 degrees from rise point over a 6 month period. It's never supposed to change huge amounts each day, but it was never doing anything different than it always has. That's why it was bouncing around like that, because it was doing 10, 12 degrees all the way around the fucking planet like it always had. But now things are changing, yes, in its orbit, and it's staying certain ways longer than it usually does. It's like it's being pulled out away from us. Now, planets, I've said this a bunch of times, planets are really good at being planets. Mama's really good at being planet. Creator designed planets really well. And I would have already run into the moon quite a few times throughout this whole thing, I think. Boom. But how are they doing it? I don't know. It's a magnetic thing, and they know how it works way better than I do. I know steel balls. When you roll them at a fucking magnet array, boop, they do the same thing planets do in pairs, and they won't do it as a single. You have to either be a moon or have a moon. I get the very distinct feeling we're going to be a moon. Well, we're leaving our moon behind. And the only other moon I am aware that Mother has ever had is actually that burning red sun we call Horus. She birthed that, is how the story goes. I wasn't there. No idea how that works. Not even going to try. If that's what she has to say, then that's good for me. I can get the whole plasma belch from a sun to create a planet, but how does a planet belch out a sun? I know she has a living sun inside of her. I know there's portals from the well, portal is not the right word. There is a tube, a hollow core, a tube that runs through the planet from pole to pole. We've got that working model. I was like, oh shit, okay, so Admiral Byrd probably isn't crazy. And gee, imagine that. The US government's lying about something. Well, okay. That's settled. But how what does that look like? I don't know what the fuck that looks like with a planet bursts the sun. That's something right there. That's something going on there. I don't know. I have no idea. There could be a million different possibilities, I guess. But maybe that might be something for my next class. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn how to birth a. I don't know. I can't imagine. I don't know. I just know when I die, I'm gonna ask Creator. And he'll be. I get the feeling he's gonna be like, "Well, go do your homework." Like, God damn it. That'd be the only answer he's gonna give me. They use portals. Godzilla. It was a Loch Ness monster. Oh my goodness. That was such a good conversation. No, yesterday was Thursday. Wednesday, we were down at the museum, weren't we? With David. That was his name. David and, oh shit, we met with someone else that day too, didn't we? And then we got the crow yesterday.
It's been a good week.
And met with Stephen yesterday also, who lined us up for the meeting today, which was fucking amazing. I knew it was going to be exciting. I'd never been invited back to talk to higher ups and council members that had the actual voice of the tribe. I've never had that happen. So I knew today was going to be exciting. I was excited about today, anyways. I know better than to get excited, because I'll be disappointed. I was fucking not disappointed today. I had a very good day with a very smart man who is very awake and very astute and has done his homework. It was all right, man. I go in there talking to fucking what's his name? Oh God, what was his name? Richard at the. It'll come to me. It isn't Richard. It's something else. But the Zuni guy that we talked to, Polly and I, we had a good conversation the first time, but the second time after I had found the head and had that Jesuit story, he, as soon as I said Jesuits, he was like, Jesuits, huh? Like, yeah, I made the story up or some shit. You know what I mean? He's very Jesuit. He's very Catholic. But this guy, he's like fucking black pope and Jesuit oath and every. I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking to myself. This is fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing. He looked into everything that I've seen myself. It was freaking great, man. I, I thought I was going to throw him a curveball with Gint, but nope. He's like, yeah, and burn down the damn White House. And oh, hell yeah. Oh, my God. Listen to this guy. Oh, I knew it was going to be a good day. That was all stuff that happened here and here. That was some of the original. He just come in and fucking, boy, we hit it off good. Yay.
Nice day today.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Chico?
Well, I have a native that I've really hit it off on with, and he's very excited about things like I am, and I've got his fucking number. I could text him and be like, if anything comes up I need to know, I know where I can go to ask. He may or may not have the fucking answer, but I've got a wisdom holder that's like wanting to help this along because we're working to the same goal.
Oh, poor Chico.
That's something we've not had in the last year and a half. Nobody's offered.
You left him for 7 hours to go talk.
And Creator showed me these people from the mist are here to help us out of this soup sandwich, and I need to talk to them now. And it's becoming pretty self-evident, right? Creator's guy, he just steers me. He says, you gotta do this. Not in a voice, in a feeling. I feel it. I know. I haven't, it just in my head comes like, I know this now. I know I need to see these people. And then we go see them. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's the way we're designed is it's like that little voice in you that you've ignored. I ignored most of my life. I didn't. Intuition. People have a lot of names for it, but it's a thing. It'll help you if you listen. It's hard to ignore, but sometimes it's hard to listen because of the programming. You want to second guess it. I love second guessing myself. But you saw me drive right, and I drove right by the fucking meeting place this morning. You know what I mean? I got us lost right before that even. And I'm like, God. God, why? And I often wonder that, and I keep coming up with the same answer. Oh, because I am the biggest fuck up Creator could find. Because once people see me doing it, they know they can. Have you seen me do shit? Have you actually paid attention?
Fucking melt holding coffee mug in a wall.
My turtle is stuck in my table.
It is your table now.
Oh my God.
It's a part of your table
now. It's a $40 mold. I'm melded to the table.
It is the table now.
I can't get it out. Dude, if I can do this, you can do it. I ain't gonna tell you that. I ain't gonna say that ever. But I honestly, that's the answer I keep getting back. Why me? Because I'm the biggest fuck up available. Are you kidding me? That's why. Just kick back and drive the bus, man. God. I am definitely not in charge of this mission. uh, for sure. We were given a head start because I needed it. That's all there is to it. I think everybody else got plenty of time. They'll get it real quick. Like took me a few years. Thank you, Creator, for understanding my dumb ass. Takes a little while to stew on shit and get a picture. Second guess myself so much. Everything. It's that homework, man. Oh my God, I love that guy. It's all I can think of. Like, I love. Why would he use the same words I do? That is fucking crazy. I've never heard anybody talk about doing their homework, like just in a conversation, and right off the bat, just, oh wow. Who do you sound like, dude? Watching my videos, it kind of struck me like that. I'm like, oh my God, this guy, you need homework. Shit.
Get him, Chico. Get him. Poor Chico.
Well, he's been in there. He's been trying to deal with a bunch of fucking legislators. And it's rough.
Sounds familiar.
Well, see, I had to ask a few specific questions to get a good bead on things as far as native politics go. And I'm all like, well, from your tribe, you have tribal leaders. Who appoints them? He's like, they come from the tribe. We vote on them. I was like, okay. Well, where does the federal government come in? I said, I'm guessing they have people that handle the tribes. And that's the BIA. The ones that every tribe has one. A lot of times right across from their offices.
We went down one of their highways.
Yeah.
Some of their highways. BIA 10, BIA 5.
Yeah. I got a good education today on the inner workings of tribal politics. Some tribes like his have managed to maintain a certain amount of self-control.
rather than following to the BIA.
In a Hopi style manner. And the BIA is it's an extension of the goddamn Vatican.
Mm-hmm. It's the crown.
Some tribes are more open to it. And that's just the way it is everywhere. So at some point we're probably going back to Second Mesa. I'm still not excited about that prospect. I'm not holding my breath for any fucking miracles up there. We'll see what happens when we go back. I have a feeling we'll have even more than I can only imagine after the conversation today I had. All right, y'all, it's getting late. I'm tired. You go to bed. It's getting chilly. Is there a window open? Probably all of them. Oh. All right, y'all, I'm pulling the curtains shut and shutting down the feed. Love y'all. You have yourselves a good evening. And we will resume the trip north tomorrow morning. We're not meeting with a tribe till Monday. They're closed till Monday morning. Well, that I know of, anyways. We'll get closer tomorrow. I just drove here because it's been an emotionally exhausting day. And I'm tired. So I didn't feel like driving a whole lot, and I saw this spot and it looked good. So far, so good. Hell yeah, man. I wouldn't look for me too early in the morning. I'm gonna sleep in. I'm gonna wake up, and I intend to wake up and then roll back over. I fuck. I'm sleeping a little more. It's it is what it is. I'm tired. Love y'all. Good night, Nick.